CBS Television City in the heart of Hollywood, where the countdown to the premiere of The Young and the Restless on TVGN is heating up.
We are just outside the Y&R stage doors, surrounded by incredible fans and all of your favorite stars like Christian LeBlanc.
Let's get this party started. It's gonna be wild.
Welcome, I'm Hartley Sawyer, and we are less than 1 hour away from the debut of The Young and the Restless, right here on its brand spanking new cable destination, TVGN. Tonight and every weeknight at 7, 6 Central, you guys can see same-day episodes featuring all the romances and rivalries from TV's #1 daytime drama. Oh yes, I promise you guys lots and lots of drama. And tonight we have rolled out the red carpet and invited some of the biggest, most die-hard Y&R fans right here to meet the stars of their favorite series. Let me hear all the Y&R fans in the house. Woo! We are talking Peter Bergman, Joshua Morrow, Sharon, and many, many more. Plus, we have an exclusive sneak peek at what is unfolding on Y&R this summer. You guys will only see that right here. And the cast will be answering all the burning questions you guys have been tweeting with the hashtag YR on TVGN. But first, my handsome co-host, and he could be really a soap stud himself, Mr. Patrick Stenson. He has found his way into the middle of the madness, surrounded by adoring fans as usual. Patrick, life is not so tough over there.
Not bad at all, Carly. You know what? If you want to get up close and personal with your favorite Y&R stars, this is the only place to be for the next hour. You are on our VIP list, and we are on the doorsteps of the Genoa City set where The Young and the Restless has taped for the past 40 years. And we are surrounded by these enthusiastic fans who tonight get to ask the stars all the questions that you at home want the answers to. We cannot wait to get started. Carly, back to you.
Well, Patrick, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I'm very privileged, feeling very privileged to be working with you on this show tonight. And I think you guys know by now, I'm also a huge Y&R fan. And so I am so excited to introduce our first guest tonight, coming literally from backstage as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as private investigator Paul Williams. Please welcome Doug Davidson.
What a great group! You guys are terrific!
Welcome, Doug, or should I say Emmy winner for Outstanding Actor, Doug Davidson. It's about time. How did you feel when they called your name?
Oh, I'm still thrilled. I'm on cloud 11, 12, 13.
Well, it was very well deserved, and I hear we have something in common. I'm Scottish, and I know you play the bagpipes.
I do indeed.
Right.
In fact, I toyed with the idea of wearing a kilt. My kids were awfully glad I didn't on Emmy night. Well, you know.
Well, would you have been a true Scotsman?
I would have been a true Scotsman, yeah.
All right, well, you have had some incredible storylines over the years. What has been your personal favorite?
Well, this last one was really great because of what happened, you know. And then I really enjoyed the Cassandra storyline, and but you're right. There, I mean, it was one right after another, and it was terrific. Great people to work with. Really, really, really fun.
Well, we have a clip of you in all your Emmy-winning action from tonight's episode.
Really?
So shall we roll it?
Okay.
Shall we take a look? Let's see.
You know what, Carmine? I'm watching every move you make. So, do something stupid. Please. I'd love to put you away.
Well, I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that is never going to happen.
Yes.
That is very dramatic.
I don't know where that came from, but there it is. I don't think that's even aired yet.
It has not aired
Oh,
yet.
okay.
It's airing in tonight's episode.
It's fresh footage.
It is fresh footage. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's the whole idea.
Yes, it is. Any
I happen
hints
to
you
know
can give us?
some of the things. Well, did you see Christian? Was he here?
Well,
yeah, there he is.
Speaking of Christian, we're going to bring him on up.
Yeah.
Right now, Christian LeBlanc, your
see,
co-star.
you can see him, yeah. I mean, just take a look at that face. It's not a face of a man that hasn't
It's a face of a man who's.
been pugilized.
We were going to talk about that in public, were we?
Yeah.
Okay, I was pugilized.
It seems like you guys really suffer for your art. Look
I need to
at your
exfoliate.
face.
That's what I've been told. But yeah, it gets kind of crazy, but it's been wonderful. And Doug and I have
Great.
a great storyline going on right now, which,
Really fun.
yeah, it is.
What do you like best about working with each other?
Well, we're all both so serious.
Clearly.
They kind of have to stun gun us before we're really kind of calm down. But you know what? I will tell you, this is a passionate man, and I tell you, it's worth gold when you're in a scene and somebody cares about how it's done, how it gets done, cares about the quality of it, and is totally focused on getting the best scene out of it we can get. And
Yeah, we
that's
joke
what I
about
would tell
joking, but really it is.
We do.
We do it so fast now that it requires quite a bit of concentration.
Yeah.
So,
Well-
and we are. I got to speak for the entire cast. Everybody tries to put on the best show we can possibly put on.
It's like live
time.
theater. We run around and it's just intense and quick and fun. It's
Yeah.
we managed to laugh through it too, which is pretty incredible.
I love that fun. Well, speaking of live theater, Doug, I think you're called back by the director as we speak to finish
Really?
up your scenes for the
He
day.
wants to reshoot
Do
some
they want
scenes.
me?
You've got to go back to work, I'm
Okay.
afraid. So we will
All right.
we will
All right,
send you
thanks
back.
so
We'll
much.
wish you- Thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
with us. That has been a pleasure.
Thank you, Doug.
Okay. All right, Christian. Well, our very own Patrick Stinson, he's standing by with the fans. They have some burning questions for you.
Burning
so
questions.
Shall we say hi to Patrick and the fans?
Hello, Patrick and the fans.
Christian, how are you? Listen, I have a question here from Dell, and I have to tell you, when she saw you step on stage, she squealed a little bit. Something like
That's
that.
what we look.
What
That's
is your
what we look
question?
for.
My question for you is that, how do you feel about the evolution of your character? You were like a rapist, you manipulated people. Now you have right now where your wife is doing all this crazy stuff, you're trying to keep your son together. What do you think about the writers and the evolution of your character? Come on.
Like a
Some
rapist
hard-hitting
to a family man. Christian?
She knows a lot, doesn't she?
Yes.
Just had to make some comments. And it's attempted rapist, all right? Nobody remembers the attempted part of that.
Okay.
Actually, I love it. It was the first bad guy role I was ever offered. So I dived into it, and I love that they trusted with me, and we went gangbusters. I mean, it's drama. The bad guy moves the action. So, but I love that they've never let my history go, and they pile it on layer upon layer, and I got a family to match me. Boy, with Kevin Rikaart, Gloria. I mean, you guys know where crazy lives. Where crazy lives, and I love it.
Well, Christian, you are being called right back onto set right now to continue the craziness, I think, to finish up some of
Yeah, I
your
know, right?
Fight Club scenes.
You know, there's some scars inside, too, just so as you know.
Thank you so much for hanging
Thank
out
you
with
so
us.
much.
It was a pleasure.
Such a
Nice
pleasure.
to see you, Christian. All right, we are going to be bringing up another Emmy winner, Billy Miller. You know him as Billy Abbott. Nice to see you. Welcome, Billy. I think you're quite popular. I'm sensing it.
Yeah, there's great fans. I've been very lucky to have them. So how you guys doing?
Well, Billy, congratulations on your Daytime Emmy win. What was it like to be winning that award and hear your name being called?
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, it's a lot of fun. It's great to be nominated. We're still pushing forward in daytime. We're the hardest working group of people in entertainment, period. And to be recognized by that peer group, fantastic.
Now, what has been the most challenging storyline for you so far?
They've all been pretty challenging. I'm pretty good at the drunk scenes, though. So,
Are you a method actor?
oh no, that's just a liability right there waiting to happen.
What do you like to do when you're not on set? How do you like to hang out?
I've been lucky to work a lot, so but when I get a chance to go back to Texas, see my folks, nieces, nephews, I've got a dog and I box, as you can tell by the bruise on my arm.
I'm more distracted by the size of your guns, but... It's getting hot in here. Is there a fan? Well,
A bunch of them right there.
there's a lot. Oh, very witty. And he's clever, too. We love him even more. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Congratulations on your win. Very well deserved. And we look forward to seeing much more from you on the show. Thank you, Billy, everyone. And now I'd like to bring up your co-star, Greg. Welcome.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Greg, nice
Hi.
to see
It's
you.
great to
How's
see
it going?
you.
I saw you a little while ago when I got to visit
I
the set.
remember.
You gave
We
me a nice
tour
little
of,
tour of the
Crimson
set.
Lights,
Yes,
yeah.
I feel like we bonded. You named
We
the
did.
robot after me.
Yes, Carly.
It's
the
Carly.
robot.
Thank you so much. I appreciated that. Now, I heard you worked as an intern on Capitol Hill.
Yes, I did.
How did politics weave into acting for you?
Well, people often say that the two are not really all that dissimilar because, you kind of always have to be on. You're always putting on a little bit of a show. I don't know. I think I just felt like I was more suited to this than I was to that. But you never know. I could be a congressman someday.
I'd like to see that. I'm sure the fans would as well. And speaking of fans, our own Patrick Stinson, he's standing by with many of your fans. They have some questions for you, Patrick.
Yes, I'm here with Kristen from Connecticut, and you have a question and maybe even a comment.
Oh, my comment is actually thank you for influencing and entertaining and captivating generations of my family. We've watched you since the first episode. And my question for you, Greg, is you've worked with multiple people throughout your career on Young and the Restless. Who has influenced you, and what is your greatest life lesson that you've taken away from one specific person?
Huh.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Deep. We go deep.
that's a really light question. Who has influenced me the most? Oh, that's too hard to answer. It's only because there's so many people that have influenced my life, and I've had so many mentors and wonderful acting coaches and professors that have influenced me over the years, and I feel very, very fortunate. But to pinpoint one person would sort of do a disservice to everybody else.
That was a very politically correct
Yes, maybe-
answer.
Maybe this politics thing.
Now
Maybe we're
I
onto
see his
something.
diplomacy skills. Well, we have lots more live action with
Yes.
Greg and the stars of YNR. Minutes ahead on the YNR set. They're coming from the set right onto our countdown stage right here, only on TVGN, TV Guide Network. Stay with us.
Still ahead, Sharon Case, Michael Muhney, and Melissa Claire Egan.
And welcome back to our countdown to The Young and the Restless on TVGN. Starting today and every weekday, you can see YNR at 7 p.m. Eastern and Pacific right here on TV Guide Network. It is a big deal, folks. So we are celebrating with the best fans and the biggest stars. Carly, back to you.
Thanks, Patrick. Well, I'm here with one of the biggest stars of The Young and the Restless. He is as cheeky as he is charming. I am, of course, talking about the one and only Michael Muhney. Nice to see you. Now, I feel quite intimidated standing up here because I hear you're a member of Mensa. Are you? Yes.
Next topic.
Do you find it easy? Do you think then you find it easier to memorize your lines than castmates?
We don't compare notes on how fast we memorize, but there are some here who memorize even quicker than I do. It's a feat. It depends on the character that you play. Some memorize 2 to 5 pages a day. I generally will memorize 25, 30 pages of dialogue on those heavy days, and the average is probably 18 to 20. So you get used to it. The brain is a muscle. You work it out, and you memorize after a while. You get used to it.
It is a feat indeed. Well, speaking of feats, our very own Patrick Stinson, he is in with the fans, holding down the fort, and they have some burning questions for you, Michael. Over to you, Patrick.
Yes, we do, Michael. We have a fan question, and Kathy L. wants to know, do you want to see Adam and Sharon back together?
Kathy L.
Kathy L.
First of all, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, because Sharon Case is standing about 12 feet to the right of me, staring daggers, all with her nice, happy face. No, but it's interesting. What is being with a character? And I think that being with a character is having phenomenal dramatic scenes. And if it doesn't necessarily mean being in a relationship, but yet you share a lot of scenes because you're not in a relationship, then I would much rather have that than being in a relationship. So I'm not one who cares about Adam's marital status, if you will. I think he's an army of one, and as long as I get to share phenomenal scenes with these talented actresses, I don't care who you pair me with.
I like it. Well, let's bring up one of those talented actresses that you mentioned, Sharon Case. Welcome to our countdown. Nice to see you. Now, Michael, I know you need to get back to work, so we will let you go to finish up your work for the day. But thank you so much
Thanks.
for chatting
Yes,
with us.
gotta get
It's
back
a
to
pleasure.
set and shoot. Thanks.
Go and shoot.
Thank you all.
See you.
He is a cheeky one, that
He
one.
is.
I
Isn't he
like
great?
it. Yes,
I love him.
he's fantastic. Now, we were just talking about relationships. I've got to ask you about the love scenes.
Okay.
Do you prepare for those love
yeah.
scenes? Do you have a ritual?
Yeah.
If you will? That sounded a bit dodgy.
I mean, what?
And awkward
Let's think
moment of
about
the day
it.
number one.
No, but I've been on the show 20 years, so it's become natural and sort of routine for me. It's not really as romantic as it might look on TV. It's really very technical and a little uncomfortable, but it's just in a love scene. Everything has to be so precise, and the camera angles are sharp or they're really zoomed in. So it's not this. You're not as loose as any other scene. Hey, I didn't mean it that way.
I like that. And I noticed you're wearing some gorgeous jewelry. I hear that you're a jewelry designer in your own right. How did that come about?
Well, you know what? My girlfriend, LF and Ansh, and I decided to put together a jewelry line. We started on QVC, and then we moved it to our own website. It's SharonCaseJewelry.com. And LF is a designer, and she's the stylist, one of the stylists for The Young and the Restless, and we've been best friends for 10 years, and we thought it would just be a fun thing to do as friends. I'm not wearing Sharon Case jewelry right now. It's called Pomp because I'm in costume.
Pomp.
So this is...
I like that. Pomp and circumstance.
Yes, that's where it came from.
Yes.
Pomp, pageantry, things like that, bling.
Well, it's gorgeous. You're very talented, obviously both on and off screen. I'd like to bring one of your other beautiful co-stars up onto the stage, Amelia Heinle. Nice to see you. Sharon, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll let you get back to the set. Hello, Amelia. How are you?
Good.
Nice
How are
to
you?
see you.
Thank you.
Great. Now, you are one of my favorite characters, and you've had some incredible storylines over the years. Have you had a particular favorite?
This is a great question for me because I get asked this a lot.
We tried to be original.
No, it's a good question. I did a storyline about a very I can't even say the word. Antiquated. Old. Thank you.
Let's go for good old.
Art piece that I was supposed to have created on my own with my own hands, because Victoria was an artist, and so it's called the Reliquary, which took us about 5 days to learn how to pronounce. But once we did, we had the greatest time telling this story because we laughed so hard it was just one of those stories that was like, this never happens, only on daytime. So I'll always appreciate it and love it. It was awesome.
Well, your fans appreciate and love you. And speaking of which, we're going to go
you.
over to Patrick Stinson, who's standing by with some fan questions.
That's right. We have Eileen here who wants to ask a question. Go for it.
Hi, Victoria. I'm going to use your stage name because that's my daughter's name. I was just wondering if you could play any other character on the wonderful Young and the Restless, who would you want to be? Maybe even in a dream sequence. So, like to know.
Everybody wants to be Victor Newman.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, I'm not excluding myself from that.
The stars keep on coming. Plus, we're answering the questions you guys have been tweeting with the hashtag YR on TVGN. Stay with us. In sunny California, I'm Carly Steele, and this is your countdown to the debut of The Young and the Restless on TVGN, the only place on cable to see same-day episodes each weeknight at 7/6 Central. Now, we are live outside the very stage doors where Y&R has been taped for over 40 years. I hope my career lasts that long. That is seriously impressive. And over those 40 years, the show has attracted some pretty incredible fans. So what do you guys say we meet our next guest? She is the lovely, talented Melissa Claire Egan. Nice to see you. Now, a little bird already tells me that you have an extensive background in musical theater. What about a musical episode of Y&R?
Oh, yes. I like that idea. I'm down for a musical anything. I'm like a total cheese ball, and I love show tunes. And like I bring my cane and top hat to the bathroom, and I shower with it. No, I would love that. I used to sing and dance a lot back in the day, so I'm always down for a good show tune. Not necessarily right this second, but I love it, yeah.
Well, we would like to see that. All right, well, our very own Patrick Stinson, he is standing by with the fans. They have some questions for you,
Yeah.
Patrick.
Yes, we have a question from Goldie. Go for it, Goldie.
Well, my question is, with the sad and untimely passing of Jeannie Cooper, who is going to be the new matriarch of Genoa City?
That is a good question. Well, I mean, obviously Mel is a matriarch of the show too, being on for so long. But I think it doesn't necessarily have to be a matriarch. There can also be a patriarch. You know, everyone that's been on the show and has put so many years into it are really influences to all of us. You know, Christian LeBlanc would be a good patriarch, wouldn't he?
Yeah, not bad.
He's so right. He's so much fun. And like I said, Mel has been on the show for so long, so she's certainly matriarchal. Is that a word? Matriarchal? I think
It is now.
I think it is now. So yeah, I think everyone really leads the way in making us a family and showing how to treat each other. So I think it could be anybody of the cast that has been here for a while. It could be the new.
Well, a new addition to your family, Hartley Sawyer. He is stepping his way up into the stage as we speak. Melissa, thank
so
you for
short.
joining us. I know.
I don't have my heels on.
Yeah,
Melissa, thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to let you go back.
Have a good one.
And sing some songs. Yes. Nice to see you. Hello, Hartley Sawyer.
Hi.
His name is as good as a soap opera name. And it's real. It is real. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, we had this conversation. Yeah, I remember it. So is yours.
Yes,
Also
my
real.
name, Carly Steele. It's also real.
She's got a great name, right? Great name.
Oh, did it just get 10 degrees hotter in here? I think it did.
It is very hot. It is very hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I have to ask you, as a new cast member, has everyone been very welcoming, or has there been some hazing going on the show?
I'm picturing me like getting pounded by Peter Bergman with a paddle, but no, that
Well,
that has happened.
wouldn't
Yes.
mind
Maybe
seeing
they would like to see that happen. I don't know.
Would you guys?
I gotta watch what I say, but no, there hasn't been. Everybody's been extremely welcoming. It is the best job that I've ever had. It's fantastic. I love it.
Well, Patrick Stenson is standing by with some fan questions for you, Hartley. Over to you, Patrick.
Yes, Hartley, Serena has a very important question for you.
Okay.
Hi, Hartley. I know that you're new to the show, but is there a character that you would like to see brought back and brought into the storyline?
Oh, well, I would love to see, there's no way to do this but my mother, obviously. There's no way to do that, but I don't know. I guess that would be my answer. It's a terrible answer that I just gave.
No
Utter
answer is
silence
a
on the other
terrible
end.
answer
Yeah.
on this show. Who are your favorite cast members that you like to share scenes with?
Well, Summer, Hunter. I love working with Hunter. I love working with Peter Bergman. It's fantastic. Josh Morrow is so much fun. Yeah, Josh Morrow, yeah.
Well, you've now just created a new storyline that involves Peter Bergman disciplining you with a paddle brush.
With a paddle, yeah. Yeah, he will bring his own, yes.
From your ears to the screen.
What
From
have
your
I
lips
done?
To the screen.
What have I done?
Well, we're going to bring up another co-star, Rhetoric Williams. Welcome to our stage. Nice to see you. Hartley, you better go back on the stage or Peter will smack you with that brush.
Of course.
It
Good to
has
see
been
you
a
again.
pleasure. Good to see you again, too.
Good to see you.
Hartley Sawyer, everyone. Nice to see you. Oh my God,
nice to
your
meet you.
eyes in person are just stunning.
Thank you so
Can
much.
barely remember my question. What has been your favorite storyline that you've worked on so far on the show?
The current one I'm on right now. Yeah, because I can't imagine a situation that's a little bit more touchy than that, which is, someone's marriage being interrupted. A lot of drama, so I like it.
Well, we certainly like the drama, and the fans love the drama. Patrick is standing by right now with someone who has a question. May it be dramatic.
Yes, we have a fan question. Mindy S. wants to know, how much homework is involved when memorizing your lines for the day?
It's all homework. It's nonstop. That's all I do is read script. I actually, I don't want to give my tips away, but I save my stuff on my phone because I'm like looking at it constantly on my phone, on script on paper. It's nonstop all the time. Yeah.
I like it. That's a good technique. I might employ that. I'm also admiring your guns. there's no other way to say it. How do you stay in shape for the show?
I don't know. I've always had a pretty consistent method as far as exercise goes. I kind of just look at it like personal hygiene. So it's like if you're brushing teeth and taking a shower, you should be working out just as regularly. That's how I look at it. It's a part of my life. So.
Well, I hope that rubs off on me because I certainly the only exercise I get is going from one store to the next. So.
Oh come on!
Do not look. Do not look, please. Oh my God, he's putting me. Oh, it is getting hot here. So you guys better stay with us. Keep it on TVGN because up next we've got the answers to the questions you've been tweeting us with the hashtag YR on TVGN. So put down that remote. Stay with us.
Up next, Joshua Morrow, Jessica Collins, and Steve Burton.
Yes, it is party time, people. We are counting down to The Young and the Restless on TVGN. This is the only place in prime time where tonight and every weeknight you can see The Young and the Restless at 7 p.m. Eastern and Pacific right here on TV Guide Network. And this is a big deal. America is a better place because of it. Carly, back to you.
Well said, Patrick Stinson. Well said. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun being here live at CBS Television City Studios outside the very stage doors where TV's top daytime drama has been filmed for over 40 years. That is crazy. And tonight, we have brought along some of YNR's biggest fans, myself included, to welcome the cast to TVGN. Who are the big YNR fans in the house? Let me hear you. It is my pleasure to welcome one of the soap's super studs. You guys know him as Nick Newman. Joshua Morrow, nice to see you.
Hello.
And might I add, darts aficionado.
I say again?
Darts aficionado.
Yes, pretty much all sports, all leisure sports, all games, I will beat anyone at.
He did. He sadly did. I got a tour of his dressing room, which was very kind of you to open that up to me. And I was quite impressed with myself for actually hitting the darts board. But then Josh threw a bullseye.
Yes, in one shot. Just, just kind of let it fly. And I live the dream, basically. Yeah.
You do. Now, I do hear you like sports. I know you like car racing, too.
Very much, yes. Yes. I actually, as long as I'm in the car, I'm not I really like racing. I don't like sit on my couch and just watch guys go around in ovals for hours. If I get to race, then I'm into it.
I like that. Well, speaking of someone who feels the need for speed, Patrick Stinson, he is with some of your fans. They have some questions for you. Over to you, Patrick.
Josh, we have Craig here who's been watching your show for about 10 years. And I have tried to get everyone to keep their questions clean. And then Craig rolled up. Go.
Uh-oh.
Joshua, I think everybody in America wants to know, what steps do you have to take to prepare for your love scenes?
Ooh, interesting. You really want to know a lot. As far as preparation goes, I wish I could say there's nothing really super hot and romantic about what we do out on stage. Now, they make it look really cool with lighting and music and, hopefully the people are, nice to look at. But I treat it as any other scene. I find what the scene's about. Sometimes it's just about sex. Sometimes it's about a lot more. I like the ones that are just about sex.
Nice.
Good answer. Well, Nick has been with a lot of women. Who do you think he's best with? Do you like my follow-up?
Wow, this turned into an intervention.
My name is Joshua Morrow, and
yes, I am an addict for women.
Sexy soap women. So who's been your favorite? Who do you think Nick is best with, I should say?
You truly want to get me killed.
Oh, yes.
You asked me to pick my favorite co-star.
No, I said, who do you think
no,
Nick is best with? Let's go with the politically correct way
Who do
to
I think
ask
Nick
that.
is best with? With Dylan. Yeah, no, Dylan might be an interesting choice. Is Kate Upton an option? No, she's not an option. I would say it's like a three-way tie between Phyllis, Sharon, and Avery. See what I did there?
Interesting choice
I
of
am not
words
a
there,
rookie.
Josh. Interesting choice of
Yeah,
words.
that's
I like
19
that.
years of experience right there. Yeah.
Well, we have a three-way right now with Patrick Stenson. He is standing by with another question. Patrick.
Something of a four-way right now, but
Wow.
we'll get into that later. Josh, and we have a question that is only apropos for daytime dramas in Los Angeles. Go.
Hey Josh, you had talked about it a little bit, but I was just wondering who you would like your next wife to be on the show.
Who would I like my next wife be?
Your next wife.
Man, it's all about the ladies. So many options. I don't know. Are you available?
I am now.
No. Okay. My next wife to be. Well, whoever's going to be my next wife, there'll certainly be a divorce following soon after that. So.
Well, let's bring up a potential Jessica Collins.
Oh, hello.
Here she is.
Yes.
Perfect timing.
Choose me.
Yes. Yes. Things are going great between us right now.
Right now they are.
Yeah, right,
we'll see.
Well, you guys do have fantastic on-screen chemistry. What do you like best about working with one another?
Josh?
My list is pretty short, but I'm sure yours is pretty long. So you want to start?
He's so modest.
Yeah, he really is. I think that's what I love the most about Josh is his modesty.
I love Jessica because she literally will laugh at everything I say.
That is true.
Watch this. See that? We just have a great time together. Like she's not actressy. Like she just comes out and she's always super professional. She doesn't take herself like crazy serious. And we have fun, but we always do good work. And you know, I love it, man. She's fun. You're really fun.
Thanks.
You want to hug it out?
Yeah, I do.
Well, we have a clip from tonight's episode, seeing you guys in action. Should we take a look?
Yes.
Let's roll the clip.
Nick, I love you. You can tell me anything. Don't you know that by now?
I do know that. Which is why I know I cannot keep quiet about this anymore. Yep.
Wow. What is going on there? What are your thoughts on that? That is serious. Jessica, what can you tell us about this clip?
Well, it's something serious, isn't it? It's a big, I think it's the thing I've been wanting to know about. He's been keeping a secret from me, and it looks from that like you're going to say what it is.
I might say something groundbreaking there.
Maybe no.
I might just be super silly as usual.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
fans
see.
seem to like you super silly. I personally wanted to ask you, after seeing the magazines in your dressing room, what is it like to be frequently voted favorite male star in so many soap opera magazines? And by the way, he keeps them ladies in his dressing room, so he does appreciate it. I'm going to call you out.
Hold on. Now let's come on. Let's clarify this. They put them in my room, and then instead of having them strewn about, I just throw them into a little shelf thing. Let's be honest, right? And
A little basket.
yeah, I'm not like looking at all my press clippings every day like a weird creep, right? Okay.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Josh.
You know, it's good. I love my job, and I love actually who I play, which is Nick Newman. I'm very blessed to have this job, so that the fans appreciate what I do with the role really means a lot to me. So all that goes hand in hand, but I truly am very blessed to be able to do this for a living.
Well, we feel blessed to have you on this show. Thank you for hanging out with us. Now, I know you have to go back inside, but we're going to have more with Jessica straight ahead.
Sure.
And more stars are going to be stepping off the YNR set, answering the questions you guys have been tweeting with the hashtag YR on TVGN. So keep it right here on TV Guide Network. Welcome back, everyone. I am here with the lovely Jessica Collins, and there are just a few minutes until The Young and the Restless premieres on TVG, and the excitement is mounting, right, guys? I am surrounded by diehard fans who have come out to celebrate with us, and you really can't get closer to the YNR stage than this. This is where the cast comes to work every single day, bringing all those scandalous storylines and double-crossing drama straight from Genoa City, home for us to watch. And speaking of scandalous storylines and double-crossing drama, Jessica, you're sometimes in the heart of that with the love triangles. Talk about your relationship with Phyllis.
Oh, that's a complicated one, isn't it? And some of my favorite scenes to play, because I just think that relationship is so complicated and so full of history, and I never know what's going to happen in those scenes, and I think we're always surprised and hopefully pleasantly surprised, and hopefully the viewers are too. But it's really fun to play.
Well, let's go over to someone who always has some pleasant surprises for us, Patrick Stinson.
Okay, Carly. Jessica, I want to say that you look beautiful right now, as you always do.
Thank you so much.
Which brings us to our question from BJ.
Jessica, your styling sense, it's both on screen and off screen. What do you feel your fashion sense that you bring to your character of Avery is about that you bring to that character?
Wow. Well, Avery, I think, has a very peculiar fashion sense. I don't know that she's the most fashionable person. I mean, when I first started the show, I had shirts with like ketchup stains and coffee stains, and I was always wrinkled, and I wore glasses. It's not your typical soap opera character. And I think she's grown up in the last couple of years, but she's still certainly, when she works, she's into like the masculine suits, and then I've been wearing a lot of jeans lately. I like that. Like I like casual Avery at home cooking and in jeans, and just kind of casual. That's fun. That's fun for me, and I think it's a good part of the character.
And I know you like cooking yourself.
I do.
Cordon Bleu graduate right here,
Yes,
guys. That's
I
pretty
am.
hardcore. Professional chef.
Yes.
As talented off screen as she is on, and always a pleasure to watch. We're going to be bringing out one of your co-stars, Steve Burton, who's been heckling during the show.
Hey. Hi.
Jessica. Now, Jessica, I know you have 2 shows to shoot today, 2 shows, and you haven't learned your lines yet.
Well, you weren't supposed to tell
Oh,
that.
sorry. You know all your lines, but you just
I
need
know all
to
my
do
lines,
them.
and
You're ready. You just like to live
Of
in
course,
the edge.
I'm very prepared.
She's prepared and professional. Thank you so much for hanging out with
Thank
us. Always
you.
a pleasure. So
Thanks
nice
so
to
much.
see you.
Thank you.
Doing the switch right there.
Steve Burton.
What is happening?
Nice
How
to
are
see
you?
you. How are
Good
you?
to see you again.
You look great in bronze, and we talked
I
about
am.
your tan last
I'm
time.
always tan. Thank you.
You guys, he would.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
He would not tell me his tanning
It's still
tips.
a secret.
Maybe,
Still a secret.
maybe you guys here can get it out of him.
I don't know.
Better than I did. Now, you divide your time between here and Tennessee. What
Yes,
is it
ma'am.
like? Oh, ma'am. Oh, he's a
Oh,
good
sorry.
Southern boy.
I'm trying, you know.
I like that. And I don't know why I'm talking in a Southern accent. Really bad one.
I haven't
might
gotten
add.
one yet, so you shouldn't have one at all.
Fiddly-dee. No, what is it like, that balance between here and living in Tennessee but working here?
You know, it's been fantastic for my wife and kids and our family. I worked obviously a long time in the business, and I wanted to get my kids out of Los Angeles and raise them somewhere else. I'm from Ohio originally, and Young and the Restless made that possible for me. So it's been a great transition, and the kids are loving it.
Well, speaking of distances, not quite as far as Tennessee, but over the way, our own Patrick Stinson is standing by with some of your fans who have questions for you, Patrick.
Yes, we have Janice here, who's been watching for more than a decade because of your sister.
Right, my sister Michelle.
And what's your question?
My question, Steve, is my
Yes.
sister and I are so glad you're on the show.
Thank you.
And we just want to know, how is it like at your new home at Young and the Restless?
Oh man, it's been a huge transition for me just in my life, but everybody here has been so welcoming. I know I've said it a million times, but it's a great cast, it's a great crew, and CBS has just really treated me amazingly, and I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy and I'm tan. And that's all that matters.
But you won't tell us how. Well, we are happy you're here, and we are so happy you're tanned. See you back in a few minutes right here on TV Guide. Guys, keep it here. Do not put down that remote because we have all the stars. They're going to be talking to us. Stay with us on TVGN.
Yes, everybody, this is the show before the show. Welcome back to our countdown to the Young and the Restless on TVGN. Robert Adamson and Hunter King are here now, and the world knows you guys have worked together before. What does this go round like for you?
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
Yeah. She's my sister now. Before we were lovers.
Was
That's
that
a bit awkward.
Was that weird at all?
No.
No, not really. I mean, it must have been weird for viewers at first, but
Yeah.
it's natural. It's like my big brother. I go to him for advice, so
Advice.
it's kind of like real life anyways.
I threaten to eat her pig. She gets mad and slaps me.
Yeah.
Well, Speaking of pigs, I hear you share that in common with George
It's a great
Clooney.
line.
Yes.
Speaking of
Do you-
pigs.
Are you dissing my transition, Patrick?
It was good. It was good.
This is the end of the show.
It was
Support me
good.
with it. You and George Clooney, well, sadly, his pig, may it rest in peace,
Hey.
is no longer with us. Stop making me laugh. But you have a pet pig. That is
I
so
do.
random. How did that come about?
My little sister wanted a pet pig for her birthday, and she went onto the Jay Leno show promoting one of her movies, Ramona and Beezus, and he gave us a pig. Surprise! Okay, we have a pet pig, and she lives in our kitchen. So
That's a surprising fact.
Yes.
What do you think the fans would be surprised to know about each of you? What can you reveal about the other?
Oh.
Now it's getting good.
He has a voice that he does. What's your character's name? I'm Sophie, and you're
Philip.
Wait, what was that, Robert? What was that?
Sophie, tell me a story, Sophie, please.
Weird.
I really want to hear it.
That's why I tell you, we really are like brother and sister. Like
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so he does.
Now you have to
Philip.
do it.
Yes, and I'm Sophie.
Yes.
Did you learn that on the set of Hollywood Heights, or was it on The Young and the Restless?
We started doing it.
We've been doing that for how long has it been?
Like a year.
A year now. So that's basically how we talk to each other all the time.
Really?
Even in front of people, we don't care.
Clearly, in front of the
Time.
world now.
True.
Yes.
What has been your favorite scene to work on together?
You know what? We haven't had a whole lot of stuff. I really liked the scene where you were graduating high school and I was giving you crap about that. And then also this last one where
That
I
was
gotta
really
tell you that
sweet.
I'll always love you.
Yeah. We just filmed a really good sentimental scene together. So
Can you do it in the voice?
Sophie, I will always be your brother.
isn't it cute when he does it?
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh. Well, we are going to keep this party going, and we will see you guys all a little later.
But now it's time for the first episode of The Young and the Restless to start on TVGN. Enjoy the show, everybody.